price don't be money. Who you know?
Shall we rise for the national anthem? Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu. The Deputy Governor, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat. The Speaker, Lagos State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Dr. Mudashiru Obasa, ably represented by Honorable Adedamola Kasumu. His Royal Majesty, the Oba of Lagos, Oba Rilwan Aremu Babatunde Akiolu I, represented by the Okpelua of Lagos, Chief Lateef Ajose, members of the Lagos State Executive Council, especially the Honorable Commissioner for Transport, Mr. Oluwaseun Oshiemi, as well as the Special Advisor to Mr. Governor on Transport, Honorable Shola Giwa, Chairmen of Statutory Commissions and their commissioners, especially Chairman Health Service Commission, Dr. Mrs. Atinuke Onoiga, State Universal Basic Education Board, Dr. Akim Shitu, Chairman Audit Service Commission, ably represented by Dr. Jimo Ibrahim, Body of Permanent Secretaries in the Lagos State Public Service, especially Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Transport, Mr. Wale Musa, Chairman of Local Government and Local Council Development Areas, that of Yaba, Honorable Kayode Omiyale, Surulere, Honorable Yusuf Bamidele, and Lagos Mainland, Chief Mrs. Omolola Essien, Chairman of the All Progressives Congress in Lagos State, Pastor Cornelius Ojelabi, ably represented by Deputy Chairman, Honorable Moshood Mayegun, Governance Advisory Council members, especially Senator Musiliu Obanikoro, Baba Seriki Bamu, as well as former APC Chairman, Alhaji Tunde Balogun. We also welcome a leader of the APC in the mainland, Honorable Wale Oshun, Managing Director of Lamata, Engineer Mrs. Abimbola Akinjo, and other directors in Lamata, captains of industry, especially Managing Director, Cranebrook Construction, Mr. Gilbert Sessin, Your Royal Majesties, the Obas, Oba Onisabe of Igbobi Sabe, Oba Oloto of Oto and Lagos Mainland, Oba Olu of Mushin, as well as the Olu of Iwaya in Yaba. We also, with your kind permission, sir, welcome top functionaries and heads of ministerial departments. We welcome the White Cap Chiefs. We also welcome the representative of the Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos, as well as the Rector of Yaba College of Technology. We welcome our community leaders and religious leaders, the Yaloja General, Association of Market Men and Women, who are all present here. We welcome the chairmen and members of the various unions and associations, the CDCs and CDAs, gentlemen of the press, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kunle Adeshino. I formally welcome you to the formal commissioning of the Yaba Overpass Bridge, which is one of the components of the Lagos Red Line Rail project and one of the iconic projects of the Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu administration in Lagos State. During his first time in office, Mr. Governor pillared his administration on the themes agenda. For his second term, he has termed it appropriately as the Themes Plus agenda. Under the Themes Plus, the first pillar is transportation and ease of traffic. And under that, we are here today. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, can we please appreciate Mr. Governor for the beautiful job he is doing in Lagos State. We all know very well that people in the state are already enjoying the benefits of the light rail, the blue light rail, and in a matter of time, a matter of months, the red line, which is bigger, will come on stream. With your kind permission, sir, let me respectfully invite that very energetic woman, that Amazon that is proving her mettle at Lamata, the managing director, engineer Mrs. Abimbola Akinjo, for our welcome address.
Mr. Governor, sir, Mr. Deputy Governor, kindly permit me to maintain the already well-established protocol. On behalf of my dedicated colleagues at Lamata, I want to sincerely welcome you to the commissioning of the Lagos Rail Mass Transit Red Line Yaba Overpass Bridge, which is bound to drastically reduce traffic congestion in this vicinity. As part of the Red Line Rail projects, the Yaba Overpass Bridge is one of the 5 bridges the Lagos State government agreed with the federal government or the Federal Ministry of Transport that we would build to separate vehicular and train traffics, therefore eliminate incessant accidents on railway level crossings. The other bridges that are part of this package are the Penn Cinema Bridge, which is already completed and in use. The remaining 4 bridges are Oyingbo, Mushin, Ikeja. Now for us, the Federal Ministry also agreed that they would construct 5 bridges. The whole vision is that we would eliminate or reduce the interaction between vehicular traffic and rail traffic as well as pedestrian traffic. The 5 bridges that the federal government agreed to do are at Jonathan Coker around Fagba off Iju Road, Ashade Market, which has been completed and already in use, Shogunle, Ilupeju Bypass, and Fadei. The bridges are an essential part of the Lagos Rail Mass Transit, the Red Line project, to ensure, as we said already, the safety of the people of Lagos. Today I can confirm that 3 out of the 4 remaining bridges are completed and they will be commissioned one after the other following this one. There is only one outstanding bridge, and that's at Mushin, and that also is due for completion by the end of the year. In the coming weeks, Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu will be commissioning them one after the other, starting obviously with the one we're at today, Yaba Overpass Bridge, until the main project itself, the Red Line project, is commissioned for operations by the end of the year. The Red Line, when opened for passenger operations, will have an exponential effect on the economy of Lagos and the way in which we travel. The 37-kilometer rail line is expected to move at least 1 million passengers a day when it is fully operational. This train line will reduce congestion, emissions, and facilitate easy movement for commuters and goods. At this point, I want to sincerely appreciate all stakeholders for their cooperation to ensure we get to this point that we are at today. I want to particularly appreciate the Lagos State House of Assembly, especially the Speaker, Right Honorable Obasa, and also to mention our Chairman of House Committee on Transportation, Honorable Temitope Adewale. I would also like to pay particular attention on mention of the Nigerian Railway Corporation and the Federal Ministry of Transport. They have been quite cooperative and we have worked well with them. We will share tracks with the NRC from Ebute Metta to Agbado, while the Federal Ministry themselves provided a conducive environment to ensure that these bridges would be completed. We thank the Ogun State government for their cooperation with the Lagos State government under the Lagos-Ogun Joint Development Commission for assisting us in particular during the land acquisition process for our station at Agbado and our stabling yard at Okpeilu. I thank Mr. Governor and Mr. Deputy for their sheer spirit of courage to see the completion of the first phase of the Blue Line project. For us at Lamata, we know and recognize all that you do, Mr. Governor, for the development of the state, and especially in the space that we belong, the space of public transport. So once again, I say welcome.
Can we please appreciate the Managing Director of Lamata once again? Thank you very much, ma. Mr. Governor, sir, the Deputy Governor, Right Honorable Speaker, ably represented, all other courtesies duly extended. Next on the program lineup is the project presentation, which will be done by the Managing Director, Cranebrook Construction, Gilbert Sessin. A round of applause for him, please.
The Executive Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Obafemi Hamzat, all other protocols duly observed. Good afternoon and welcome. Today we are gathered here for the commissioning of the Yaba Overpass, a testament to ambition, teamwork and progress. As the main contractor, I am honored to represent the numerous individuals who have worked relentlessly to make this vision a reality. Your Excellency and your team, your foresight and determination have been the driving force behind this project. You envisioned a Lagos where progress does not merely mean growth, but a transformation towards a sustainable future. It was your vision that laid the foundation for the Yaba Overpass, a project that promises not just ease of transportation, but also a boost to our economy and a move towards sustainability. This project is yet another important step towards actualization of your vision of a greater Lagos. On behalf of the entire team, I express our heartfelt gratitude for your guidance, support, and the trust you placed in us. For the team of Lamata and our team of engineers and workers deserve our heartfelt gratitude for their dedication and skills. Their tireless efforts have made this project a great success. To the people of Yaba, we thank you for all your cooperation, patience, and support throughout the execution of this lovable project. Once again, thank you. God bless Lagos State. God bless the Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
I'm sure we can do better. Thank you very much, Mr. Sassin. Mr. Governor, sir, the Deputy Governor, the Right Honorable Speaker, all other courtesies duly extended. With your kind permission, sir, we'll take some goodwill messages. First on the lineup is the Honorable Commissioner for Transportation, Mr. Oluwaseun Oshiemi. A round of applause for him as he makes his way to the podium.
Mr. Governor, sir, Deputy Governor, sir, permit me to stand on the existing protocol. The government's stated vision for a regulated public transportation system for Lagos is summarized in the Teams Plus development agenda of this administration, led by our tireless leader and governor, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu. The traffic management and transportation agenda is anchored on a sustainable intermodal integrated system. This pillar of the agenda envisions road repairs and maintenance for smooth commutes, road expansion, completion of the Lagos Rail Mass Transit blue and red rail lines, expansion of water transportation, and robust traffic management. The convergence of all these impacts on transport infrastructure provisions and speak to a seamless integration of transport modes. And this is very pronounced in our bus terminals, train station, and ferry terminals. Today's event is a prelude to the future role Yaba will play in our transport system. As you are aware, the Lagos Rail Mass Transit Red Line train station across the road will be connected to the Yaba bus terminal, thus making it possible for each mode to feed each other with passengers. The government is working at making sure that a greater number of Lagosians drop their vehicles and use public transport for their daily commutes. This has the benefit of emission reduction, less congestion on the road, and faster travel time. Our public transport solutions thus are fashioned in a way that at least two modes integrate to provide modal choices for the people. While we provide the infrastructure, it is important for the people to own them and ensure that they are the eyes of the government by reporting any abuse of the infrastructure to law enforcement agencies and the ministries or agencies involved. This way, our infrastructure will work for us and make life easier for us. I congratulate Mr. Governor for the wonderful delivery of another transport infrastructure that will change the face of commuting and traffic management in this vicinity. As Mr. Governor has promised, the red line will come on stream very soon. Surely and surely, a greater Lagos is rising. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, àjùmọ̀ṣe gbogbo wa ni o. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's appreciate the Honorable Commissioner for Transportation
the
once again.
Inauguration of
Mr.
Yaba
Governor,
bypass
Deputy
bridge
Governor,
here
Right Honorable
at
Speaker,
Yaba area
all other
of the
courtesies
state.
duly extended. The last but not the least on the Goodwill messages lineup
The
is
Yaba
the chairman,
Overpass
Yaba
Bridge
LCDA.
Ati
Honorable
Bridge
Kayode
design is one of the 5
Omiyale.
bridges
A
the
round of
Lagos State
applause for him,
government
please.
was apportioned for construction in order to separate vehicular and train traffic here. This is one of the stations, one of the overpasses on the Red Line rail corridor. The Lagos Rail Mass Transit Red Line project is a 37-kilometer north-south rail project with a capacity to move more than 1 million passengers daily when fully operational. So this is one of the bridges along the Red Line Rail. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu is present, and his deputy Obafemi Hamzat is also here. Ongoing is the Goodwill message. The Commissioner for Transport just spoke, and then other people would also be giving their Goodwill messages as this event is concerned. I'm Adedoja Salamadini. Please stay with us.
ṣùgbọ́n inú mi dùn torí pé Yaba ni àkọ́kọ́ tí gómìnà wa ṣe, inú wa dùn ayọ̀ wa kún, a dẹ̀ ń fi dá gómìnà lójú pé àwa ìlú Yaba nítorí pé a mọ̀ lóore, à lo infrastructure yìí bó ti tọ́ àti bó ṣe yẹ, a ní jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn kan sọ orí ẹ̀ di ibi tí wọ́n ti máa tajà, mọ́tò ló máa gba orí ẹ̀, kò ní jẹ́ ibi tí ilé ìtajà. So a fi dá gómìnà lójú pé ní agbára Ọlọ́run iṣẹ́ ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó á túbọ̀ máa tẹ̀síwájú, kò ní sú yín, kò ní rẹ̀ yín o. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀ gómìnà wa. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. let's appreciate the chairman of Yaba LCDA once again. With the kind permission of Mr. Governor, I will now respectfully invite the representative of the Right Honorable Speaker, Dr. Mudashiru Obasa, who has been ably represented here by Honorable Adedamola Kasumu, for his goodwill message. Mr. Speaker, sir.
You're watching the formal inauguration of Yaba Bypass Bridge along the Lagos Red Line Rail project here in Yaba. There are 10 rail level crossing which bridges must be built, and these are Jonathan Coker, Fagba, Pen Cinema, Ashade, Ikeja, PW Ikeja, GRA, Ilupeju Bypass, Mushin, Fadeyi, and Yaba. And so the inauguration of Yaba is going on here now. And of course, many Lagosians, dignitaries are here to felicitate with Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu having achieved this in his tenure. Speaking is Honorable Kasumu from the Lagos State House of Assembly, representing the Speaker, House of Assembly, Mudashiru Obasa.
My name is Honorable Adedamola Richard Kasumu. I am the Deputy Majority Leader of the House. At the brink of hunger, just a few meters away from my office, in the heart of Ikeja, my constituency, I usually drive through to Rhodes Barbecue to order for a portion of sweet, juicy T-bone steak, dripping and deeply grilled for my tongue's delight. Your Excellency, I likened what is happening here today at the formal commissioning of the Yaba Overpass Bridge to the delightful T-bone steak, because you have just given the people of Yaba LCDA their very own T-bone steak, tastefully structured and constructed by world-class building and construction professionals in collaboration with the Ministry of Transport and, of course, the leadership and members of the Lagos State House of Assembly by virtue of the transport management law in place in Lagos State. This project is, however, laudable, and your contributions, your continuous commitment, and your drive towards the transport development in our dear state is not only commendable, but also worthy of emulation. Your Excellency, you have consistently considered the plight of our citizens, the citizens of this dear state, Lagos State. Thanks to you, the Yaba that I knew more than 3 decades ago is wearing a seemingly different look. We say thank you. Just like Oliver Twist, we will always ask for more. In his capacity as the Speaker of Lagos State, I'm sure that if he was here today, his heart is filled with the appreciation for deeming it fit to complete and commission the Pen Cinema flyover project in Agege. And I'm pretty sure that other areas of consideration are in the process of rehabilitation, restructuring, and redevelopment in the environs. We know you are capable, sir. In the same vein, Mr. Capacity, by extension, as his representative here today, don't forget us in the Ikeja axis, the commercial nerve center of your dear state, Lagos State. The people of mainland and Yaba local government development area. It is our prayer that as the government has made things easy for us in Lagos State, particularly your immediate environment, please endeavor to take care of your investment, gracefully giving to you and us, because it's not only you as commuters within the axis that utilize the place. By His Excellency, the Governor of Lagos State, we thank you, sir, once again. As I take my leave of this podium this morning, may I use this medium rather, to thank you most profoundly, sir. We recognize, we congratulate you, Mr. Governor, for a job well worth it. Thank you for making it easy for our people. Igbega Ipileko, Ajumo Shewani. Thank you very much, sir.
Please let us appreciate the Right Honorable Speaker, Lagos State House of Assembly, ably represented. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the high point of this program. But shortly before the arrival of the man I'm about to introduce, I stumbled on an argument by some people in the crowd. They were asking that, are you sure Mr. Governor is coming here to commission this project today? I said, why? He said, but I saw in the papers that he was in Guyana, far away Guyana, just yesterday. The other day, he was in Abuja. People were now asking that, where does he get his energy from? Does he sleep at all? And I told them that it's about service. This is a man who is not only focused, he is very analytical and someone who is tenacious about this job. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, if we felt during the first time we have seen the best, like the Americans say, you haven't seen nothing yet. Let's put our hands together as I invite the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, to address this gathering. Mr. Governor, sir.
Yaba. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you. Omiyale. Maybe we should take the bridge to another local government. The Deputy Governor of Lagos State. Thank you. Dr. Kadiri Obafemi Hamzat. The Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Mudashiru Ajayi Obasa, here ably represented by the Deputy Minority Leader, Honorable Adetamola Kasumo. Members of the Lagos State Executive Council that are here in very large number, but especially the Commissioner for Transport, Mr. Shehu Oshiemi, and the Special Advisor on Transportation, Honorable Shola Giwa, Chairmen and members of statutory commissions that are here, especially Dr. Tinuke Onoiga, the Chairman of the Health Service Commission, Dr. Hakim Shitu, the Chairman of SUBEB, Dr. Jimo Ibrahim, the Chairman of Audit Service Commission, and Honorable Kamal Olonroje, a Commission member at the Civil Service Commission. Permanent Secretaries of our various offices that are here, especially the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Transportation, Mr. Olawale Musa. Your Royal Majesty, the Oba of Lagos, here ably represented by the Opelua of Lagos, Chief Lateef Adelbigbe Ajose. I acknowledge also very warmly members of the GAC, Senator Musili Obanikoro, Baba Seriki Bambam, and Honorable Tunde Balogun. Other royal fathers that are here is Royal Majesty Oba Fatai Aileru, the Olu of Imushi. His Royal Majesty Oba Owolabi Adeyemi Adeni, the Onisabe of Igbobi Sabe. His Royal Majesty Oba Bashiru Odesanya Oloto, the Oloto of Oto land. His Royal Majesty Oba Suleiman Owolabi Ogun Oloko, Olu of Iwaya, Yaba. Other distinguished invited guests, especially, I've been told, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos and the Rector of the Yaba Polytechnic, the Chairman and Managing Director of Lamata, Engineer Mrs. Abimbola Akiajo, and other members of staff of Lamata. I think they deserve a round of applause again. Thank you. The chairman of Cranborg and other staff of Cranborg that are here as well. All our various white cap chiefs and other traditional ballets and chiefs that are here. The Aloja General, here represented by the Aloja of Yaba, Mrs. Josephine Owolabi Badola, and other Yalojas that are here. Eshegoni o Yaloja, Eshe Eku Dideno. The leaders of our political party, I forgot to mention, representing the chairman of our party, Honorable Moshood. Thank you very much. And other party faithfuls that are here, I acknowledge you, I wish you well. Members of the CDC and CDA that are here, chieftains of our party, market men and market women, distinguished guests, our various singing groups, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today is another great day in our city and in our state, Lagos State. A day that we're witnessing another leap in the fulfillment of our promise under the traffic management and transportation pillar of our team's agenda. You will recall, less than 3 years ago, we commenced the construction of 4 brand new bridges across the railway line between Oyingbo and Ikeja. Like the MD rightly said, concurrently, the 4 bridges were going on at Oyingbo, Apapa Road Junction, at Yaba, Tejosho Junction, at Mushi, Kayode Junction, and Ikeja, on Ikeja alone. We still have 1 or 2 more to do. But I'm excited and I'm happy that all of these 4 bridges have indeed near completion or have been completed. Here today, we are at the very beautiful Yaba rail bridge crossing. Over the years, we will know that we've had incidents where at rail crossing, we've seen human error based on vehicular movements. And we said to ourselves, once the fast intra-city rail starts on the red line, we cannot take the life of our people to chance. We will need to make the hard investment to ensure that in almost all practical junctions, we build a vehicular and a pedestrian bridge for our citizens, for our people, so that the rail infrastructure and the rail transportation will be seamless and it will be devolved of all possible human error or accidents. Today's ceremony is therefore a significant but an important one. The Overpass Bridge here in Yaba. I'm told that on Sunday we also will be commissioning the Overpass Bridge at Ibutemeta, which is at Apapa Road Junction. Very, very, very strategic as well. So that we can avoid any form of vehicular accident on any of these corridors. Dear Lagosians, without any out of doubt, we have remained focused in our commitment to developing a sustainable solution in our public transportation challenge along major transit spines with a view to giving relief to our teeming population by reducing traffic congestion, improving travel times, as well as commuting between one part of a city to another. You have seen that various parts of the city is currently receiving attention. You are seeing attention on the Ikorodu-Oshodi Road. You are seeing attention on Abeokuta Motor Road. You are seeing attention on even the ones going to Ota, the Lekki-Epe Express Road, Abaja to CMS. You have seen extensive attention on the Lagos-Badagry Express Road. These are all major arteries in which we'll continue to give adequate attention. I'm also using this opportunity that with our intervention and collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Works, extensive attention also will start next week or thereafter on the Third Mainland Bridgeway. The Federal Ministry of Works had assured us that they are going to, implement a full overlay of the bridge. Distinguished guests, the Lagos Strategic Transport Master Plan, STMP, speaks to our transit projects for each of these spines. At the heart of the master plan is our 25 strategic decisions that are organized under the following imperatives. One of them is increasing transport choices for all our users. And you have seen that in almost all forms of transportation, your government, our government in Lagos has intervened and will continue to scale up our level of intervention. We're introducing an integrated transport system. We're making transit systems attractive. We're making it convenient. We're making it affordable. And we're making it accessible. We're reducing urban transportation, and we're obviously reducing emissions. We're optimizing usage of our current road network. We're integrating of land use development with our urban planning department and urban transport planning. And finally, we're securing long-term financing of investment. And you see, you can see in all the facets of public transportation, we have intervened and want to scale it up. Be it on our BRT road, the high capacity buses, the medium capacity buses, or the last mile buses. Be it on our waterways. Very, very shortly, we will also be commissioning additional ferries to support our our waterways transportation that we are currently doing. Some of the ferries are being completed right now, and I'm sure in the next 1 month or 2 months, minimum of additional 15 ferries will be added to that fleet. You have seen our intervention in the rail infrastructure. We have started implementing the first phase of the Blue Line. On 4th September, to be precise, we commenced operation on the Blue Line rail from Mile 2 to CMS. We started first with 12 trips a day. Now we have quadrupled it to 52 trips per day. Before the end of this year, we intend to take it to about 70 trips per day, meaning that almost every 15 minutes, there must be a train that is available for you to commune on the Blue Line infrastructure. I'm happy to also inform you that we have awarded the construction of the phase 2 on the Blue Line rail, which will be from Mile 2 all the way to Okokomaiko. Contractor is on site. Believing the entire stretch completed in the life of his administration and will be open for commercial use. We have given the contractor deadline that in 2.5 years Maximum, before the end of our third year, we should have the completion of the phase 2 of the blue line. Thank you.
Iṣẹ́ àìwà lọ́rùn kò máa bá aṣẹ́ rẹ̀ lọ.
Thank you.
Mo ní máa bá aṣẹ́ rẹ̀ lọ kò máa bá aṣẹ́ rẹ̀ lọ. Ó yá Sanwo-Olu, ó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn bọ̀. Ó máa ṣe láṣepé. Ó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn bọ̀ lẹ́gbẹ́ wa. Ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ o, Jídé Sanwo-Olu. Ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ kí náà ti rí. Ó sì máa gòkè sí torí bí gíga láyé tiẹ̀. Ó ṣojú bí tálántàkùn bá kú. Láti bí dèdò ó máa tún takò lọ sádó.
Thank you.
Àdó àwa yẹn ó tún máa. Sanwó ń jẹ́ Sanwó. Authority ṣáá ní bàbá Jídé. Ìwọ lọmọ tó fi ń ṣàdúrà ọmọ. Àwọ̀ ẹlẹ́nìkan ló máa jọ dàwó sunkún. Ṣàrà lójú ọ̀tà tó wo ẹ o. Ọ̀gá wa, ọ̀gá wa.
Thank you.
Ọ̀gá wa, ọ̀gá wa.
Thank you very much. That's the excitement we have here today. Here at the Yaba Bridge commissioning, you can see that our plan for an integrated mass transit program is reflected here at Yaba. Here at Yaba, you can see the bus master plan right behind us here, which is a major intersection. You can see the rail line, which is the red line, and you can see the train station also right behind you here. And so, before the end of this year, I want to assure you that we will begin our testing on the red line. The infrastructure, the construction are well over 90%. In fact, some of them have indeed been completed. But you know what happened with the blue line? We had to do extensive tests. So we will also be starting the testing on the red line before the end of the year. And I want to say to us that indeed it will be a thing of joy when Mr. President himself gives us a date and a time that he'll be coming to commission the red line when all the T's and all the I's have been dots and have been crossed. We are excited with what we have seen, with what we are about, and with what we're doing. But it's not going to stop at the blue and the red alone. It's my pleasure to announce that 2 additional rail lines will also, because we've done extensive visibility and viability studies. The green line is a 68-kilometer rail route from Marina all the way to the Lekki Free Trade Zone. The purple line is a 60-kilometer length all the way from Redemption Cap in Ogun State to Ojo Majority in Lagos West region. And of course, we also want to do the orange line. The orange line will take off from Ikorodu, outskirts of Ikorodu. What's that town now? Agbowa. It will take away all from Agbowa. It will move all the way to Ikeja. So you can see that all the connections are being worked on. All the intersection. So don't try to imagine it. It's a real corridor. So it will come and connect the red line that you have at Ikeja, on Ikeja alone. That's the plan for that orange line. We believe that we're not going to rest on our oars. we're not going to stop at nothing, because for a mega city like this, the reduction of congestion, the reduction of greenhouse gas emission will not only improve our lifestyle, it will make our city one of the best, one of the most resilient, one of the most forward-looking mega city in the entire world. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, our transport project has been implemented at a very, very huge cost. We should not feel unconcerned when societal enemies are bent on destroying our commonwealth. We should be concerned because great societies are built on sustained wealth, where people take ownership, where people protect their infrastructure. I therefore want to ask you all to protect this bridge from all sorts of vandals, from societal enemies that must arouse him. For the avoidance of doubt, let me reiterate, and I think the chairman has given us the assurance, this bridge is not a marketplace. It is for pedestrian and vehicular movement. The steps, the ramps, the sidewalks, the overpass are not marketplaces. They are for pedestrian movement and for vehicular movement. Our law enforcement agents have been given strict instructions to ensure that there is zero tolerance for any of the misuse of this facility. And therefore want to use this opportunity to also sound a last warning to people that are trading on the rail tracks. The rail tracks are not marketplaces. The rail tracks are for train to move upon. And we will be walling off all pedestrian movement along the rail tracks. It is to protect your life. And that's why we have done a full bridge here, so that you can plan your journey. You can ensure that you can use a step and you can walk over to the other side. You don't have to walk on the rail tracks because they will not be allowed. Equally, I want to appeal to all of our informal bus operators that the era of lining their buses on the roadway is also over. We're conducting this commissioning at the Yaba bus terminal. You will need to come into the bus terminal and park your buses. We don't want you parking on the road or along the line of the bridge. It will be totally unacceptable. And please, let us cooperate with LASMA on all other forms of traffic enforcers. Ẹ̀yin ará Yaba àti mainland, mo fẹ́ kí yín o, mo fẹ́ kí yín kú oríire o. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìyá lọ́jà, ẹ̀yin bàbá lọ́jà tẹ́ wà ní Yaba. Àwa náà ọmọ Sùúrùlérè lèmi náà. Bíbí ìṣerí tẹ́lẹ̀ kọ́ nìyí o. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́, láyé ìgbà yẹn títí ó Benson àbí Benson transportation àbí àwọn ló máa ń gbọ́ aláti school. Ṣé rí pé a ti túnṣe? Ṣé rí pé a ti pa láró gidigidi gan nísìn? Ṣé rí pé ojú ẹ̀ ti wálẹ̀? Bá ṣe sọ fún yín gbà yẹn, ńgbà tá máa wá bí ọdún 2 àtàbọ̀ 3 sẹ́yìn pé nǹkan tá fẹ́ ṣe, a fẹ́ fi nǹkan tó máa jẹ́ kí inú yín dùn, ìyìn tó máa jẹ́ kí inú yín dùn, tó máa mú ìtẹ̀síwájú wá sí àdúgbò yín la fẹ́ ṣe. Ṣe àbá ṣe ẹ rí abẹ́ rí so ilé ìta ṣe yìí a tún máa wá ṣe sí o, a tún máa wá ṣe sí. Thank you.
Ó ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ní Èkó.
Kó nílé kó sọ fàlejò ni ìta wá ṣe yìí bẹ̀m̀bẹ̀ yìí ń bọ̀, àtúnṣe oríṣiríṣi ó yìí ń bọ̀. Abẹ́ ẹ̀ láìkí bíríjì tá gbé wá ni ṣe ìpójú ẹ̀ mọ́ kó bá lè rọ̀ yín lọ́rùn ni la fi ṣe, kí gbogbo ẹ̀ bá lè yọ wọ́rọ́wọ́rọ́ ni. Tí tírẹ̀nì bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí rìn láti ibí yìí, Wúrẹ́ ó ń gbé yín lọ sí Ìkẹjà nìyẹn, ó máa gbé yín dé àgbàdo lógun state lọ́hùn ló ń lọ ẹ máa kọjá Agége ẹ máa kọjá Ìkẹjà ẹ máa kọjá Ìjú ẹ máa kọjá Mushin gbogbo ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ ń lọ báyìí ó ń gbé yín straight lọ sí Èbúté Mẹ́ta ni so ẹ rí i pé èyí tẹ́ fi ń wọ mọ́tò tó ń gba 1 hour tó ń gba 1.5 hours within 20 minutes agbára Ọlọ́run ẹ ti débi tẹ́ ń lọ so ó di dandan ká mú ìtẹ̀síwájú wá sí àdúgbò wa ó di dandan ká mú nǹkan tó máa tó ń rí nílùú òyìnbó táwọn ọmọ yín tó ń rí káwa náà mú wá sí àdúgbò yín ká mú wá sílùú wa ká dẹ̀ fi ilé yín lọ́wọ́ nítorí iṣẹ́ ìjọba nǹkan tí ìjọba bá ṣe ẹ̀yin lẹ ní kẹ̀dẹ̀ tọ́jú ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá wọnú tírẹ́nì yẹn kẹ́ sọ fáwọn èèyàn kó máa jẹun nínú ẹ̀ kó máa sọ ọ́ di ilé tó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí jẹun tó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe kínní irọ́ láàrin ọgbọ̀n ìṣẹ́jú mẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dógún ẹ̀ ti débi tẹ́ ń lọ àyè máa wà fọlọ́jà náà ẹ̀ kọjá sínú ẹ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ ẹ̀ nítọ́jà nú ẹ̀ o gbàráyè àyè wà ẹ̀ kọjá yín sínú ẹ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ adẹ̀gbẹ́yìn débi tẹ́ máa dé ẹ̀dẹ́ sọ̀kalẹ̀ ṣó dà bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣé òun lẹ fẹ́ ká máa ṣe sí. Thank you very much. Please give yourself a round of applause. Distinguished guests.
Mo ní ọmọ Sanwó ṣohun tó wù wá lórí. Sanwo-Olu ṣe bíríjì tó lágẹ̀rẹ̀rẹ̀. Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n ni gómìnà Tani àní ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n ni. Babájídé ń gbére bọ̀ wá ẹ̀ fáráyín bá. Ọmọ Sanwó ń gbére bọ̀ wá ẹ̀ fáráyín bá.
Ẹ ṣé.
Olùtọ́lá ń gbére bọ̀ wá ẹ̀ fáráyín bá.
Thank you.
Fáráyín balẹ̀.
Thank you very much. Àwọn kábíyèsí náà ń tẹ àwọn náà wọ́n ju kẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ ń jorí. Láàmì pé àwọn náà wọ́n fọwọ́ sí ni àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ó ti di tiyín o nǹkan tí a promise ìlú nìyẹn a dẹ̀ ń ṣe. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, let me use this opportunity to thank the management and staff of our very hardworking agency, Lamata. Thank you very much, Lamata. I want to also thank the Ministry of Transportation, the Ministry of Works, for all of the collaboration that all of you have continued to enjoy. I want to thank the leadership and the members of the Lagos State House of Assembly for their continual support and continuous engagement of the executive, to thank them as worthy partners, as understanding that the roles that we all share are equal, but they are different in our various lines of engagement. I want to thank the construction company, Messrs. Krenberg, for doing a good job in time. I want to thank all of the market men and women for their cooperation, for their patience throughout this construction period. I want to thank our local governments in Yaba and Lagos Mainland, LCDA. I want to say that indeed, ours is a government that will ensure that even if you don't believe what we say, you cannot disbelieve what we have done. And we'll continue to raise the level of governance. We'll continue to live by our words. We'll continue to stand by our commitments. Because indeed, that's what our people want. They deserve it and they deserve more. We're here to serve people. We're here to make life meaningful for our people. We are here to make a meaningful change in our social economic agenda. And God giving us every spare of strength. That's what we will do. And therefore, it's my honor and a very, very rare privilege that I hereby formally commission the Yaba Overpass Bridge for the use of our people and for the progress of our state. Indeed, a greater Lagos is rising. Thank you all very much for listening. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó. Thank you.
APC.
Mr. Governor, sir. Mr. Governor, sir, with your kind indulgence, solo, Ejo. Sir, may I formally invite you to unveil the plaque, sir? You'll be joined by the Deputy Governor, the Right Honorable Speaker, let me also inform every one of us that Mr. Governor will still proceed to the top of the bridge. When he's about to do that, the Deputy Governor, the representative of the Speaker, as well as occupants of the first row of the top table will join him, as well as ESCO members.
Thank you. The Lagos State Government, under the Lagos State Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, LAMATA, the Lagos Rail Mass Transit, LRMT, the Red Line, the Yaba Overpass Bridge, commissioned today by Mr. Thursday, the 2nd November 2023, to the glory of God and to the benefit of mankind. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, àjùmọ̀ṣe gbogbo wa ni. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I will now, Mr. Governor will proceed to the top of the bridge. He will be accompanied by the Deputy Governor, the Right Honorable Speaker, ESCO members, all ESCO members will accompany him, as well as permanent secretaries, LAMATA, as well as the contractors. For our market women, you can choose some of your representatives because we know the steps are quite high for our aged mothers. Just pick some of your representatives to follow Mr. Governor.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu said 3 years ago, his administration commenced the construction of the 4 bridges along the Red Line Rail corridor, which are Apapa Road Junction. They are at Apapa Road Junction, and of course Mushi and Ikeja. That the motive behind that is to avert human error, to save lives at every junction, to avoid accidents on the Red Line Rail corridor. Governor Sanwo-Olu, in his address, also said that the Blue Line Rail, the second phase of the Blue Line Rail, has been awarded. That is from Mile 2 to Okokomaiko. Remember that the first phase was between Mile 2 to Marina, and now the second phase is about to start from Mile 2 to Okokomaiko. The governor also appreciates LAMATA, the workers, for doing diligent work on the rail corridor. He also said that by the end of this year, the Red Line Rail will start testing on the Red Line Rail. He said by the end of the year, they will begin the testing on the Red Line Rail, just as they did for the Blue Line, and that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will give a date to inaugurate the Red Line when the time comes. He said his administration is not stopping there, but the other rail are also on the way. He mentioned the Green Line Rail, 68-kilometer Green Line Rail from Marina to Lekki Free Trade Zone on the way, and of course the Orange Line Rail from Agbowa to Ikeja. There's also going to be a purple rail, Red Line Rail, also here in Lagos. The motive is mass movement, is to move many people from one point to another. And he also said that the protection of the bridge is also very, very important, that they need to protect the bridge from vandals and societal enemies. He mentioned that the bridge is also not for market, it's not a marketplace, but a pedestrian, and of course is for pedestrian and vehicular movement. He also warned that no one should do any buying and selling on the bridge, on this bridge. And of course, it's a zero tolerance of any misuse of facility around here. The governor is going on top of the bridge to walk down the bridge to see the beauty of the bridge, and that's what you're saying right now. He said trading on the tracks of the rail is also prohibited. Said it is all to protect the residents of Lagos. Do not forget that the Red Line Rail will be sharing tracks with the Nigerian Railway Corporation. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu appealed to the informal sector, the commercial drivers, bus operators, not to line up their vehicles on top of this bridge or on the road, but to make use of their parks, So the governor is going on top of the bridge, as you were saying, to see the beauty of the bridge. The Red Line Rail is expected to convey 500,000 passengers a day for the phase 1, and once this project is fully implemented, it will move 1 million passengers a day. This will complement the Blue Line Rail that will carry 500,000 passengers daily, making it 1.5 million passengers that will commute by the Lagos Rail Mass Transit daily. Bypass bridge, a bridge along the Red Line Rail corridor here in Lagos State. The governor is here, is going on top of the bridge to say for himself, to feel the bridge, and that is what is going on right now. But you're watching the views of the bridge. This is the bridge. It's a T bridge here at Yaba area of the state. Construction of the Red Line project, which was it was conceived by this administration, by the Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration, is being undertaken by the Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority. The rail project starts from Agbado and terminates at Oyingbo. The governor noted that when this project is completed, the unfortunate train accident which claims lives at the PWD rail crossing would be averted. Considering the design of the ongoing modern Red Line Rail, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu frowned at trading on the bridge. He said no one should come here to trade, as this area there is going to be an integrated transport system where the road, the rail will be moving simultaneously. So there is a place for pedestrian for them to walk past, and no one should do any trading or parking their vehicles on top of this bridge, nor any other bridge in Lagos State. This is the Yaba Overpass Bridge, one of the bridges along the Red Line Rail corridor of Lagos State. And of course, I can see Senator Musiliu Obanikoro, former senator, is also here to witness this event. There are traditional rulers, religious leaders gracing this occasion to witness this occasion. And of course, the governor said that on Sunday, he's also going to inaugurate another bridge along Apapa Road on Sunday. That is also along the red line tracks of the rail line. So in no time, the work is also ongoing on other projects, other rail system projects, which is the Orange Line, as the governor mentioned, and of course the Green Line Rail, the 68-kilometer Green Line Rail. This is the Yaba Overpass that you're watching live on TVC News. The overpass is actually to save lives, so that Lagosians will not be crossing the road. They're going to make use of the pedestrian bridge. And then the governor warned that no trading, no parking on this bridge to save lives. He said to save lives. So Lagosians are expecting more, of course. This project is a mass transit, is a Lagos Rail mass transit project. It is meant to decongest the roads. This is a long-term solution to Lagos traffic. Lagos State government has done a lot of measures, a lot of palliative measures, short-term measures when it comes to traffic issue in Lagos State, with the creation of lay-bys, bus stops, and all of that. Because of one of the problems of Lagos traffic is commercial buses picking and dropping passengers on the road, and so the Lagos State government created lay-bys for them to pick and of course for their passengers to alight on the road. So this is a long-term solution to Lagos traffic, where people can be moved en masse from one point to another. So the rail line, the Lagos Rail Mass Transit, is a long-term solution to Lagos traffic nightmare, where many can be moved simultaneously. Already the blue line is functioning, is going, the governor said it works now at 50 trips. It started with 12 trips per day, but now is more than 50 trips, and it's expected to go to 70 trips per day. That means for now, every 15 minutes, the rail will stop and pick passengers. But the aim is to stop at every 6 minutes, and that is when it is fully done. That is when the Blue Line Rail, which is 27 kilometers from Marina to Okokomaiko, is fully operational. That is when it is fully operational. Then it will move about 500,000 passengers daily. This, the Red Line Rail, in the first phase, will be moving 500,000 passengers daily, and then when it is fully implemented, it will move 1 million passengers a day. I have said this will complement the Blue Line that will carry 500,000 passengers daily. Altogether, the Blue Line and the Red Line will be conveying 1.5 million passengers daily that will be commuting daily by the Lagos Rail Mass Transit. That is huge, and that will no doubt reduce the Lagos traffic nightmare drastically. The governor is still moving on top of the bridge, but what you can see on our screen is the shot of the newly built overpass at Yaba. This is on the Red Line Rail Corridor, the 37-kilometer Red Line Rail Corridor, so that people will not be crossing the rail tracks when fully operational. This is meant to save lives of passengers. So that is what is going on here. The governor is expected to be on the bridge any moment from now. I'm going to bring you the shot so that you can see him. But what you have now is the beauty of the Yaba Overpass. So that is what is going on now. So the governor is expected to go on the bridge, to look at it, to probably drive through the bridge, and also see what other facilities in there. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, do not forget, said that there are other rail lines that are coming up. He mentioned the purple rail line. He mentioned the green line rail, which is 68-kilometer rail from Marina to Lekki Free Trade Zone. It's also on the way. He mentioned the orange line from Agbowa to Ikeja area of the state. This is to move passengers massively in Lagos of 24 million people and still growing. Lagos is the smallest state in Nigeria, but also the most populated state in Nigeria. It is the commercial hub of the country, and so it is very important to have mass transportation and, of course, integrated transportation where people can move on the rail, on the waterways, and of course the roads, decongesting the roads. And so the with the rail, it's going to be a 15-minute journey, but coming to Oyingbo from Agbado to Oyingbo takes 2 to 3 hours. But then with this rail, with this rail now, is going to be less than 15 minutes journey. This reduces the travel time, saves lives, and of course keep people away from stress that they normally go through when it comes to Lagos traffic. So that is what you're watching. You're still watching the inauguration of the Overpass Bridge, Yaba Overpass Bridge. The governor has just inaugurated the bridge, Yaba Overpass. Just inaugurated it to traffic today. This is one of the overpass bridges on the rail line corridor here in Lagos State. The red line rail is a 37-kilometer rail bridge in Lagos. So any moment from now, we're expecting Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. We have a camera on the bridge to show us what the governor will be doing on the bridge. And then, of course, we will know what is going on. Okay, so many thanks for being here. And then the governor is down on the bridge. I must let you know. Thank you so much for staying with TVC News. We still have other programs on TVC News. Please stay with us. From Yaba Overpass Bridge inauguration, Amadi Doja Salamadini. Many thanks for being there.
Welcome back from the live telecast. We'll now continue with our regular programs. Stay tuned.
Has commended the Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms Committee led by Chairman Mr. Taiwo Yedele for the 20 critical recommendations the committee presented to President Bola Tinubu. The Director General of the Association, Mr. Ajayi Kadri, gave the recommendation on our flagship program, Business Nigeria. Mr. Kadri said the recommendations by the committee will go a long way in clearing some of the bottlenecks impeding the manufacturing sector, thereby encouraging many Nigerians to pay taxes.
If you look at all the 20 recommendations that are made, they are specifically designed to promote business, to free the organized private sector and even businesses, to free them from the heavy burden of having to comply with regulatory measures, with tax measures, with processes that, for all practical purposes, are just meant to draw them back. So it is to free the system and allow productivity. If you expand the tax net, you are going to have more people paying taxes willingly, and you are going to avoid taxing the poor.